Learning Pinchos Toshin Samach Dalad of UlliLevi Omar from the Terrace of the Bostoner Rebbe Zt. On Friday night he said, on the posuk it says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu proclaimed, Lachein Emor, therefore tell Pinchos, Hineni Noisen Leis Brisi Sholem. Behold, I am giving him my covenant of peace. Lois Aloy, and it shall be for him, Ulazari Acharov, and for his generations afterwards, Bris Kunas Olam, an eternal priestly covenant. Tachas, because Ashekine Lelekov, he took revenge or jealousy on behalf of Hashem. When we look at what it says, Tachas Ashekine Lelekov, it would seem to be that is one concept together with the reasoning why he received a double reward. Brisi Sholem is one, a covenant of peace, and Bris Kunas Olam, and a covenant of priestly lineage forever. And the reason is that truly Pinchas had in him two actions. There was the action of kanois, of zealotry, the jealousy for Hashem tzavokis. But there was also what David HaMelech said in Tehillim, Vayar Pinchas. We find David HaMelech writes about Pinchas, that Pinchas stopped and he prayed. He prayed to the Hashem that the Megefa should stop. As Chazal tell us that he came and he pushed down on Zimri, banged on them, and said these should cause 24,000 Klal Yisrael to die, and that's why the Megefa stopped. Thus we see that the action of prayer and action of war, both together, therefore he received twice, once for his action of zealousness, and the other one for his prayer on behalf of Klal Yisrael out of love, you can add, that therefore he received the priestly lineage. Kinis Hashem Tzvokos, because he was zealous and he acted with war on behalf of Hashem, he received peace. And for his prayers for Klal Yisrael, he received the eternal covenant of the Kuhuna. Now, these are different one from the other. One was seen by everyone. When he heard he killed Zimri, it says Zimri was doing his action publicly, so he was doing something that was a Kiddush Hashem. But the second section was between him and Hashem. Only in heaven they knew his prayer. And therefore, Posuk says, Lachein Emor, tell Klal Yisrael. You have to let them know that he's receiving something which he's receiving because he was praying for Klal Yisrael. This is a message actually of, even though we think we're praying between ourselves and Hashem, the Rebbe Zt is emphasizing that when our prayers are answered, people know where it comes from. How, we don't know for sure. How, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu causes it to become known as well, when it's done with full love of a fellow Klal Yisrael, for Hashem Tzvokos, for Teros Yisrael. And Shalashudis, the Rebbe said, Yifkod Hashem Alekei Aruchos L'Choboso, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, who is God of all the spirits of man, should set forth a leader for them. Sina mentioned that since Pinchas was a kanoi, a zealot, Moshe Rabbeinu recognized that a zealot at times cannot understand someone with a different concept than him. So the Rebbe continues here to point out something that Rashi says, why does Moshe Rabbeinu pray for? It's known before you, Hashem, that every person is different. and they're not the same. Appoint for them a leader who will be able to understand each and every one of them. Now this contradicts the Rashi. The Rashi says in the Posuk that he asked who will be able to go. I appoint Yeshua, and Rashi explains there who can go against the desires of each and every individual, all types. Now that would seem to be contradictory. One place he says he has to be able to comprehend the person. The other one he has to be able to stand strongly and direct the person. The Rebbe continued that it's two separate things, but they go together in a leadership. A leader has to be able to tell everyone what you are doing, whatever you're doing, you have to correct it. But at the same time, he has to be able to do it in a way where he accepts the person for who he is, with an understanding of what the person is facing, helping him along and showing that it's not a force against, it's a force for good. Not, you must do this because, but rather be, let's work together, but I have to tell you that your position is wrong. Now this emphasis is something that doesn't apply only to leadership. Every Jew has to be a leader in his own house, in his own, among his own congregation, in his own place. How can he do so? He has to understand all the aspects that a person has, his weaknesses, his strengths, and he should go for them or against them, but all the time with the knowledge, that he's doing it in a way that the other person will listen to what he says and will realize that he's doing it out of the goodness rather than out of Chas v'sholom, a hatred. Then there will be peace and completeness, and he'll be able to lead his house. And this is the basis, that there has to be the ability to accept each and every type of Jew that there is in the world, and at the same time to tell the other person what you're doing may be quite wrong, but it can be corrected, or may have to be modified. May we be able to serve Hashem with Avos Yisrael, Avos Torah, Avos Eretz Yisrael,